Hey guys, what's up? So today in this video we are going to be looking at the game played between Levon, Aronian and Viswanathan Anand. So this game was played back in 2013 in Viswanathan in the Netherlands. So let's get started with the game. So now we have d4 by Levon Aronian and d5 by Viswanathan Anand. So this is the queen's pawn opening, and now we have c4, the queen's gambit, and now we see this queen's gambit decline variation, which is the Slav defense, and now we have knight to f3 and knight to f6. So knight to f3 and knight to f6 are basically development moves. So now we have knight to c3, adding much more pressure to this d5 pawn, and now we have e6. So now this e6 move basically puts much more protection to this d5 square and the d5 pawn as well. So this is something that black achieves by playing e6. And now we have e3. e3 is basically opening up this bishop on f1's line, so which means it is good for this bishop on f1. So now we have knight b d7, and now we see this bishop to d3 move, and now at this point of time, and only at this point of time, we have d takes c4, and now bishop takes c4 is pretty much forced, else he's going to be losing a pawn, which is not so good in the opening. So now we have bishop takes c4, thereby white is actually losing a tempo, and now we have b5, basically kicking away this bishop from the c4 square, and white has to do something about it, right? So he does by playing bishop to d3, keeping this bishop in the most lively diagonal at this point of time, which is the b1 to h7 diagonal, and now we have bishop to d6, yet another lively diagonal, b8 to h2. This is what black's bishop to d6 move does. So let's get back to this game. So now we have castles on the king side and castles on the king side by black as well. So both the sides, white and black, have castled on the king side. And let's see what happens in the further course of the game. So now we have queen to c2, basically eyeing this h7 square. And now we have bishop to b7, basically protecting the undefended pawn earlier, which was undefended. So now we have a3. Idea is to push b4 according to the circumstances, and we have rook to c8, putting much more protection to the c6 pawn, and now we have knight to g5. So now this is attacking the h7 square, which is very much clear cut that this is attacking, but in spite of all these, Anand goes for c5, ignoring this h7 threat. So opponent, which is Levon Aronian, goes for knight takes h7. So now this is winning a pawn, but Anand looks dumber here. But let's see what Anand has in his mind. So now we have knight to g4, and now we see this f4 move, and now we have pawn takes d4, pawn takes d4, and now we see bishop to c5. And now this bishop to c5 move is a sacrifice, which is highly appreciated at this point of time, because it is the right time to sacrifice the bishop. So black executed it, and white on the other hand knows that this is going to be a disaster in case if pawn takes c5 is going to be taken. So he goes bishop to e2, first attacking the knight on g4. So now we have knight d e5, and now knight d e5 basically does two things. One, it is protecting the knight on g4, which is already attacked by the bishop on e2, and also it opens the way for this queen on d8. So now we have bishop takes g4 and bishop takes d4 first, and now we have king to h1, and we see knight to g4, which is yet another strong and powerful move at this point of time. And so we have knight takes f8, and now we see this f5 move, basically avoiding any queen to h7 checks in the further course of the game. And now we have knight to g6, and now we see queen to f6, which actually puts a question mark to this g6 knight. So let's see how this game goes. So now we have h3, and now black is going to simply gobble up this knight, which is possible because if h takes g4 now, then it's going to be queen h7 checkmate. So now we have queen to e2, basically attacking the knight on g4, but since queen is of a lower value than knight, it is not going to be captured directly by the queen, but chances are that it's going to be captured by the pawn on h3 in case if black is not so much planned about his game. But in this case, the pawn on h3 can't capture the knight on g4 since queen to h7 is going to be a checkmate. So now we have queen to h5, basically putting a pin. Now it's very much illegal to capture this pawn on this knight on g4, and now we have queen to d3, and at this time is the worst blunder that white does. So this queen d3 moves the blunder here, and so now we see bishop to e3, and believe it or not, at this point of time actually white resigned. So I hope you like this video. I hope you like the game as well. So if you liked it, don't forget to give it a like by clicking the like button below, and also don't forget to subscribe my channel in case if you want to check out my other videos as well. So enjoy your life and enjoy whatever you're doing, and I'll see you in the next video in case if you're present in the video as a viewer. So bye.